Dead Space in 5 minutes. Everything you need to know about the story so far. Spoiler alert. The year is 2507. A war for resources ruined Earth and left humanity struggling to survive. Thankfully, the Concordance Extraction Corporation built a space mining vessel, the USG Ishimura, to rip huge pieces off of other planets to loot their sweet, sweet chemical resources. When Ishimura goes missing and the CEC detects a distress signal, a small team heads to the planet Aegis 7 for a quick repair and rescue op. Among that crew is Isaac Clarke, whose girlfriend Nicole works aboard Ishimura. When Isaac arrives at Aegis 7 with CEC security officer Zach Hammond, computer specialist Kendra Daniels, and a couple space interns, Ishimura's lights are out and nobody's answering their calls. They go in to help, the auto landing fails, and Isaac's team crash lands inside Ishimura. With their shuttle damaged aboard a deactivated starship, Isaac and company are temporarily stranded. Isaac uses his super smart engineer brain to reactivate Ishimura's power, which triggers a quarantine alarm. Everyone plays it cool until something drops out of the ceiling and stabs the disposable crew members to death with its big scary monster arms. Separated from Hammond and Daniels, Isaac sprints to the nearest elevator, narrowly escaping the monsters chasing after him. Phew! Upstairs, Isaac finds a plasma cutter mining tool and some sound advice painted in blood. Cut off their limbs. With Nicole's fate uncertain and Ishimura in disarray, Isaac starts repairing the ship with the radio help of Daniels and Hammond. Along the way, Isaac discovers that the dead are coming back to life as murderous monsters, and that the crew's audio diaries paint a grim picture of what in the name of space is going on.
What in God's name is going on down there?
I think that's precisely the point, Doctor. God's work.
It turns out, Ishimura's Captain Matthias was a member of the Church of Unitology. He brought Ishimura to Aegis 7 specifically to recover the Red Marker, a man-made copy of the Black Marker, an ancient alien artifact and his religion's holiest relic. When scientist Michael Altman discovered the Black Marker centuries prior, it caused vivid hallucinations and started reviving the dead as psychotic beasts they called necromorphs. Altman sank it in the ocean to protect humanity, but eventually became a holy figure and martyr to all Unitologists. Matthias found the Red Marker, brought it aboard Ishimura, and created necromorphs once again. Hammond has a bit of a meltdown and decides his crew is leaving, but he's killed by a necromorph brute. With the help of an Ishimura survivor, the slightly insane Dr. Kine, Isaac loads the Red Marker onto an intact shuttle. Kendra Daniels promptly kills the Doctor, steals the marker, and reveals herself to be a nutty Unitologist too. Nicole radios Isaac, helps him tractor beam the shuttle back, and Daniels leaves in an escape pod. The lovebirds finally meet up, and then head down to Aegis 7 to abandon the marker and live happily ever after. But wait! Kendra is waiting for Isaac planetside and reveals that Nicole has been dead the whole time. The marker's effect caused Isaac to create a mental projection of his girlfriend, who killed herself when Ishimura seemed doomed. Kendra makes a break for the marker, but a gigantic necromorph living on the planet smashes her to death. Isaac fights for his life and escapes Aegis 7 just in time for Ishimura's gravity tethers to give out, dropping its harvested piece of planet back to the surface, destroying the marker for good. As he processes Nicole's death and everything he's been through, Isaac is attacked by a freaky apparition of Nicole, and everything goes dark. Isaac awakens in an asylum 3 years later with no memory of getting there, and Nicole still haunts his mind as an agent of the marker. When he comes to, the necromorph infection has spread to the Sprawl, a colonized station on Titan, one of Saturn's moons. After escaping containment and watching some psycho cut his own throat, Isaac makes his way to Dana Le Guin, a woman who promises to cure his dementia and protect him from Earth Government Security Director Hans Tideman, who seems to want Isaac dead. Along the way, Isaac receives weird radio calls from a dude named Nolan Strauss. He's clearly off his rocker, but when it comes to markers, he's in the know.
Are the memories coming back to you? They're coming back to me.
After Isaac proceeds to the top of Titan Station's elaborate Church of Unitology, Dana captures him, revealing herself to be a devout Unitologist. She's been protecting Isaac so she can harvest his brain. The Red Marker imprinted blueprints on his mind, which EarthGov used to make a new marker on the Sprawl. Dana reveals her plans to create even more markers and trigger Convergence, a mysterious event that requires a mass of necromorphs. Conveniently, an EarthGov gunship shows up, rips her to pieces, inadvertently giving Isaac the opportunity to escape. Strauss, it turns out, had blueprints crammed in his brain too. He also unwillingly helped make the marker, like Isaac.
We build it, we can tear it down.
Fortunately, he knows where Isaac can find and destroy it, so the two crazies head for the Sprawl's government sector. Along the way, Isaac encounters CEC pilot Ellie Langford, who reluctantly agrees to escort Strauss to the marker. To keep Isaac's team away, Tideman separates the government sector from the Sprawl by cutting Titan Station in half with a solar beam. Maybe overkill, but it works. Isaac quickly discovers a haunting solution. The USG Ishimura happens to be docked at the Sprawl. Isaac decides to use its gravity tethers to haul Tideman and the marker back. After a spooky and successful walk through memory lane, Isaac heads back toward Ellie and Strauss, whose dementia gets out of control. Strauss attacks Ellie and gouges out her eye before going after Isaac, who rams a screwdriver into his head. The wounded Ellie makes her way into a commandeered gunship, and Isaac forces her to escape the Sprawl without him. Isaac heads to the marker. En route, Isaac discovers a machine that accesses the marker information in his brain. He drops a needle in his eyeball, learns how to destroy the marker, and fights his way to Tideman, who's waiting for him at the new marker. Isaac kills Tideman, but his annoying ghost girlfriend shows up again and pulls him inside his own mind in an attempt to start a convergence. However, Isaac is able to fight the marker's influence and overcomes his remorse for Nicole. As Isaac comes to, he finds the marker in ruin and the Sprawl crumbling around him. Why? Who knows? It's time to get the f*** out of Dodge. In the nick of time, Ellie smashes through a wall and comes to his rescue. Isaac uses his suit's thrusters to make an impressive escape. With his mind clear, he drifts off into space with Ellie. Despite his best efforts, Isaac can't escape EarthGov, Unitology, and the markers forever. When Ellie goes mysteriously missing and the solution to ending the necromorph threat is within reach, Clark suits up once again.